What is good, everybody? Welcome back to a surprise episode of Big Boy Talk. We got a reaction Monday on our hands, man. Listen, we got some things we need to talk about, okay? Not everything went the way it was supposed to go yesterday. And I got two fellas on here with me, my two co hosts, that I think strongly agree. And we just gonna kick this off. Let's just get into it. All right, you already know what we here for. Let's get into it. Right. Let's start off with the Panthers. I had high hopes. I had high hopes. I selected y'all to win that game. I I, I was like, yo, the Panthers. I was like, yeah, I got a chance of winning y'all division. I think I'm fully leaning towards the Falcons now, but the Falcons lost to the Bucks. So it's like y'all gonna be a toss up. A toss up every year. That division's a toss up every year. Is doing it again. Uh Before we get the official Panther fan thoughts, B, what was your thoughts on the Panthers game against the Jags? Like, what did that catch you by surprise? Like, what was you thinking?
Nah, I mean, I thought they might be able to pull it out, but I wasn't really sure. I mean, to me, it was a 50-50. It was going to go one way all the way good for one team or one way all the way bad for the other team. Oh, Lord, trouble's in the building. Jesus help me. Oh Lord. I think it's just kind of sickness.
No, I think it's innocence right now. I think this is innocence in the building. What's up, Chris? Thanks for joining us.
It ain't trouble for me. It's trouble for you.
I don't see why I'm not doing anything
I
wrong.
never got threatened to be paddled or anything like that. So, I mean, I don't. I feel safe.
See, she comes in peace. Okay. Hey, the resident Panther fan. I thought if y'all were gonna lose, that maybe Travis Hunter went off on y'all or something. He did. I think it was 9 catches, 33 yards, or 6 catches, 33 yards, something like that. So he didn't have a crazy game. So you want to give our breakdown? Give us a breakdown of what happened, why the Panthers fell so far off a cliff versus the Jaguars.
Um, Really just coaching, and a little bit of both. Coaching and the players just not executing. We had multiple. We marched down the field multiple times. We got into the red zone almost at what seems like will. How you doing, Miss Yolanda? Um, just play calling, winning at the most critical points. We missed on those, like the 4th and 1, where we were right there. We did a pass play on 4th and 1 instead, shot a running with Chuba or Rico, and something went wrong from Bryce's vision, and he just threw it away. Again, I'm still confused on that one. I don't know why he could have tried to run it. Again, Bryce is not really a try to get every yard type of or quarterback. You know, he can scramble, but he ain't Lamar, he ain't Josh Allen type. That's not his thing. So that was confusing. And then on the 4th and 5th, when he threw it up to T Mac, um, that was a bang bang play. I initially said it was pass interference, but T Mac again, like I said, in my short, you're 6'4".
Don't call that man T Mac.
He said, "Call him T Mac. I can't call him the other name.
Nah, he
My
ain't
bad.
earned
I'm
that name.
sorry. All right, cool.
He ain't earned T Mac, bro.
Nalo, right? Nalo could have been more aggressive. But a lot of pass catchers didn't help Bryce out. Now Bryce did throw a hospital ball to Renfro. I wish Bryce didn't do that, but for the other drops, what do you want Bryce to do? Hand him off, saying tip treat style. So, and then on defense, I'm not really surprised. I mean, the defense did better than what some people are saying. Like, in the second half, we held them to 6 points. JC had a crazy interception. Just again, the offense was just not clicking. And multiple fans, people, analysts, whatever, pointing to, he didn't play he didn't play the players enough in the preseason. Oh, Austin Corbett and Bryce didn't get enough time because we were having a center competition. I think until like what the second or third week of training camp, and I thought Cade Mays was going to win because Cade Mays did phenomenal down the stretch. I'm like, all right, cool, keep the continuity. It was Bryce versus everybody though. Almost. I'm not saying Bryce is not to blame. Bryce fumble. They did. All right, that was on him. Slide. I don't know. Like you're not. You know what I'm saying? You're not big. You're not quick enough to try to do it. Any wiggle moves. So yeah, please get down as soon as possible. Maybe that fumble doesn't happen. But it was just a whole misfire misfire from everybody. Just drops. Bryce had some bad throws. Play calling was questionable. It's like when we ran the ball, it was predictable, and that's not a good thing, not for any team. And also, I'm not saying also as an excuse, but our main left tackle Icky wasn't in there, and the backup left tackle was getting used and abused on some plays. Like that play he threw up to Hunter Winfro, and when people say he underthrew it, Josh Hines Allen was in his face in a matter of 1 second. So I don't know what you want Bryce to do. Hopefully, Winfro. I call it pass interference. I wish that was T Mac instead of Renfro, but it is what it is. So hopefully we do better next week against the Cardinals, which we have success against in the past. So hopefully that gets us jump started. Because again, we didn't really play as bad as people are saying. Yes, people are mad that Bryce continues to have first week no struggles, and this is year 3. But he was throwing dots for the majority. He was throwing dots. Just the wide receivers didn't help him out. Play calling didn't help him out. Defense. I mean, our linebacking core may be the worst. Maybe the worst.
I agree. I think y'all came out and showed exactly why Coach had y'all 32nd.
Fair enough.
Listen. I like the Panthers. I do.
But nah. We look. We didn't look at the Dolphins though, and the Dolphins rank much higher than us.
True. That's true.
That's my rebuttal. That's my rebuttal.
The Dolphins got stomped out. But we won't know unless you face the Dolphins. If you face the Dolphins and lose, then well, there you go.
Then I'll shut the hell up.
So we got the Panthers' thoughts, and that hurt, but it didn't hurt quite as much as the next one, right? And before we get into this next one, let me first say, I told you so. Listen, how many times have I told Ravens fans, don't get your hopes up. Don't think we're going to go into a game and blow a good team out. I don't even want y'all to think we're going to go in there and blow the Browns out next week. That's going to be a tight game, bro. That's going to go down to the wire. It always does with the Browns. It always does. It's a division opponent who knows us very well. It's going to go to the wire. Plain and simple. Do I think we could win? Yes, we can win. Will we? That's a different question. Okay. As far as the Bills going into Buffalo, everybody's, we're going to blow them out. Other people are like, it's a redemption game. I'm like, no, it's not. Don't call it a redemption game, because if we go in there and lose, then what? Everybody's, we're not going to lose. We're going to smoke them. This, that, da, da, da. So watch me lose this game. Everybody's putting their game picks in. Ravens. Here's me. The black sheep of the family. Bills. Why? Listen, I'm not fake for picking against us. The facts is, I know our team. I'm a football enthusiast. I know our team. I know John Harbaugh. And I knew if we got a lead, he was going to turn into old conventional John. Nah, BBL fake is crazy. That's crazy. I knew he was going to turn into conventional John. like he always does. And I knew they were going to sit back in that cover 2 and expect to somehow get a rush with 4 when we're never able to rush with 4. I don't know what they expected. They're playing the wrong guys at the wrong time. You got your pass rush D tackle playing as a goal line D tackle. Hey, you got your goal line D tackle playing as a pass rush D tackle. At the end of the day, at some point, somebody's got to realize that John Harbaugh has no idea what the fuck he's doing on that sideline. He's running up and down. He doesn't even run up and down the field most of the time. He just doesn't know. He's just standing there. Oh, like, did you hear when they talked to him at half about the 1 second left on the clock for the Bills to get that field goal? He goes, I don't know. You guys probably had a better view than I did. You had the TV view, right? So I don't really know. Did he? Was it time left? Was it? It was. It wasn't. I don't know. I didn't like that. That must be something new this year. I'm not sure. As a head coach, should you not be up to date on what the rules are in the league that you're coaching in? Right? Should you not know what changes they're making in the league year to year? Don't they call the coaches together for that? Don't they take a vote? Don't teams put in suggestions? And it makes you wonder how and why he's been the head coach for this long. Other than the fact he came in and rode the coattails of Ed Reed, Terrell Suggs, Ray Lewis, and a bunch of legends, Anquan Bolden, like, and the luckiest quarterbacking Super Bowl run in history with Joe Flacco and my boy 12, R.I.P. Jacoby. How do you still look at this man and say, yeah, he's a winner. He's a championship coach. He made every wrong decision coaching-wise you could possibly make in that game. Your offense is on fire. Unstoppable. Until you decide to stop them. No, let's go docile. Put in the 3 corniest plays you got. Let's just run some clock. Okay. 3rd down and 8. We're going to call a pass. Mind you, this man Lamar ends up having to go up to D-Hop and talk to him directly before he passes the ball to him on that play. Yet somehow the play doesn't go past the 1st down marker. Again, another coach's decision, because you're supposed to say, hey, call me a pass play that goes past that 1st down marker. If somebody's got to come back to the ball, that's fine. 4th and 3. I think everybody in the stadium, everybody at home, everybody in hell, everybody in heaven, everybody everywhere knew, don't you give Josh Allen the ball. If you give the Bills the ball, the game is over. You lose. Don't you do it. And John proceeds to do what? Yeah, let's punt him the ball. I'm sorry, what? Yeah. Punt him the ball. All right, we're going to punt. And then when they punt, you would think the defense would get aggressive, right? Force Josh Allen to move, force him to run, and kill some of that clock. No. They sat back in that same zone, 30 yards off the receivers, and let them sit in the pockets and do whatever they wanted to do. Okay. I mean, it is what it is. That's what led to the loss. But I knew it was going to happen. I knew it was going to happen. Right? And for some reason, when you have Lamar and Derrick Henry was averaging 9 yards a carry. How do you not look at him and say, hey, we only need 3? I mean, he gets 6 extra on a regular play. But let's do it. Very overpaid defense. In fact, we had some wise words from Miss Yolanda on her show. Just what was that last night after the game? Miss Yolanda, I want to thank you for these wise words. These wise words right here.
Guy who can make that play and when he need to be made, like it's just
100%.
like.
Yeah, I was hoping it was going to be my guy Odafe, but it's just not. He's not it. Don't be like
he's not it. He's not it.
Just music to my ears. It almost brings it. It just almost brings a tear to my eye. I've been waiting so long for her to say those words.
Hey, listen, I think we all have, but it just goes to show though, John Harbaugh just doesn't know. Like he doesn't know what to do. There's no situational awareness. No, like nothing. And look,
praise thee.
I promise you, she was so convinced that Owe was going to turn it around that she started to convince me. I almost had hope for him coming into this season. Right? I thought for sure. And then listen to all the fans. Oh man, we so stacked on defense and offense. We're going to be unstoppable. They almost had me convinced. But like I said, that last minute when we were making game picks, I said, that one factor is left, that John Harbaugh factor. Let me take the Bills because I just don't trust him. And lo and behold, that man, I swear I wish I would have bet that game. If I would have bet that game, I'd have made some money, man. I'd have came out clean.
I mean, I did, but it was a separate. Yeah,
I called. Awesome. Did I not call? Jay, was I talking to you when I said I think Lamar? I think it was here on the stream Friday, where I said Derrick Henry's going to rush for big yards, but I said Lamar's going to pass for just under 200. So he eclipsed 200. He went just past it. But I said I was like, they're going to struggle in it early because of the offensive line. And I was like, the key is going to be once they start running and the Bills start to stack the box, the Ravens are going to change the game plan. Listen, I know John Harbaugh to a T. He does the same thing every time. We knew it was going to happen. And it hurts to say it, but we just going to move on. Because we'll go back to the playoffs again and lose in the playoffs again. That's what it is, right? Once you become used to it, you become used to it. I'm used to it. Mr. Ghost, I know you've been waiting to get some stuff off your chest. And you've been patiently waiting too, boy. I hear 50 AM in the I'm patiently waiting. Man, listen, the beat is playing in my head right now, so I know you're about to go off. So go ahead, sir. Let him know. Just go ahead and let him know.
Man, where do you want me to start? You want me to start on defense? You want to start on offense? I mean, I could start on special teams.
You mean the non-existent special team? You mean with our special teams head coach? Our special teams is non-existent? Oh, okay. My bad. Go ahead, B. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Our special teams head coach, whose teams ain't special at all whatsoever. Like, what's the last time we had a special teams ace? 2019. Oh, that's right. Tony Jefferson, right? He was our last special teams ace. So going on 5 years. So this is your specialty. We ain't been good at it in 5 years. Even if Justin Tucker made every kick that he could possibly ever make, every kick Tucker makes, Jordan Stout is shanking terribly. I'm surprised he didn't shank a kick when we least needed him to yesterday. I almost want to get him an MVP for most improved player because 9 out of 10 times hey, we need to get this ball deep. Levine. Well, wasn't Levine before Cap?
Yes, that's even further back. And remember,
Golly.
Cap technically wasn't a special teams ace. He was just kind of a veteran leader. Because remember, when he was in Baltimore, they put him at a hybrid linebacker position. So Anthony Levine was actually probably the real last special teams
Anthony
ace. And that's
Levine
even further
crawled.
back.
Anthony Levine crawled so Hamilton could fly. Literally. But Jordan Stout usually shanks the kicks. He didn't shank the kicks, so the kicker makes the extra point. He got a perfect kick, and your starting linebacker, for some reason, decided he wanted to play slip and slide with the football all the way to the end zone. I mean, what is Jake Hummel here for? I thought he was supposed to be the special teams guy. That was quite utterly useless. I mean, John, you got to get your one, at least your 1/3 should be right. Your 1/3 is wrong, and you trying to tell the offensive coordinator how and when to call plays, and the defensive coordinator how and when to call plays. You got Pagano to be over top of Orr's shoulder to tell him when and how to call plays, so shouldn't you just butt the hell out of stuff? Monken didn't call, but maybe 4 bad plays before we got that 20-point lead, and all of a sudden, Monken just I started calling him Monkey midstream because he definitely is trained. He's fucking trained by Harbaugh. I don't even think Harbaugh has to say, hey, bro, you know what time it is. I think that motherfucking 15-point lead, I know what I must do. Like, it's fucking automatic. And going for it on 4th and 3, I was all for going for it on 4th and 3. Then I heard Lamar was cramping. And then one of our nice Discord members showed us Lamar wasn't cramping. Lamar got his ass cracked because the offensive line didn't do their fucking job. Voorhees failed again. The other reason they probably didn't go for it on 4th and 3 is because the pet Falele got his ass whooped all goddamn night. So even if you decided you were going to run it straight up the middle, right, he was going to get fucking monkey suplexed by Scott Steiner on the other side of the field, right back into the goddamn running back.
Actually, let me turn around. Let me turn around like Father did. Hold on, I'm gonna do the stream like this from now on.
Right, our offensive lineman be turning around looking at Lamar. Hey, bro, you gonna juke this guy or taking my popcorn ready? Or
hold on, I got him. Lamar, I'm blocking. Hold on.
Yeah, I swear, the most communication our O-line get with Lamar is run. Like, run. I ain't got him no more. Run.
It's a roadmap straight to Lamar, and it goes right in between the gaps that Falele's at. They're like, hey, Falele's here. So you want to go around left. But you got time to change your mind and go back right, and he still won't be in front of you yet. But if you start left and go right, he might just walk off to the sideline.
Hey, listen, he got them cinder block feet. Falele is that dude that when he walk down into the pool, he don't float or he don't come up. He just goes straight to the bottom. Like,
just walk across the bottom of it till you come out the other side.
Look, all you see is bubble. Look, all you see is bubbles. It's like, is he okay? No, just give him a couple minutes. Just give him a couple. Yeah, right.
I call Falele Swamp Thing, because you know Swamp Thing, you just walk into the goddamn leg and walk out the other side.
Yep, that's Falele, 100%.
Walking, look, you got Falele, you got Jason Voorhees. Both of them motherfuckers just walk slow. They be there somehow, but they just walk slow as shit.
He
was beating up Falele most of the night.
Yeah, but Ed Oliver had no right to tell Roger Rosengarten to saddle up. He put that man on his back and took him straight to Lamar. Get him.
Oh, and the reason we ain't go for it on that 4th and 3 is because Voorhees, Mr. I don't know why somebody tried to name him Jason. Because, well, he could be Jason. He just as bad. He just as bad as Owe, but as soon as that same play you said why he ain't go to the sticks, as soon as Lamar let that shit go, Voorhees let him get lit the fuck up.
Yeah. Vacation Voorhees, man. He got at some point, you'll see. Everybody see why I call him vacation Voorhees. He gonna take some time off at some point. He always do.
They need to put Ben Cleveland at the left guard because that is where he is actually most proficient. He is way more proficient as a left guard, and Voorhees could do just as good as a right guard.
So if you say Ben Cleveland, you already know Ray Cleveland gonna pop up out of nowhere.
I don't even.
But it's
call him
true.
Ben, I don't even call him Ben Cleveland anymore. I call him Bench Cleveland because he just can't get off the pine. Bro's in the doghouse. He's been in the doghouse since he got here for absolutely no reason. That's Bench Cleveland.
Yeah. Last year he came in for that left guard position to fill in for left guard, and he did fucking amazing because he's a better left guard. He is a strong right-handed individual. So when you're blocking, and Lord knows I love the fucking block. I love the whole blocking system. When you're blocking, especially when you're a strong right person, that right foot is forward, you can literally just suplex somebody over a lot easier. When you're on the left side and you're a strong right-handed person, it is a lot harder to move, like to get your hand up on somebody and to wrap them around to your right side with your left hand. It is way harder to do. I always end up somehow playing right tackle. I don't understand how, but on the left side, as a right-handed person, you could really hurt somebody's feelings. But you could put him on the left, and Voorhees would be way better than Falele on the right side. But again, our coach, who knows nothing about fucking anything, he barely knows about goddamn special teams. Because even before we got him from the Eagles, their special teams wasn't nothing fucking great. They did not have any fucking super special teams. They were barely above middle of the fucking pack. When we got him from the Eagles, they weren't like a top 5 special teams unit. The Eagles don't allocate specific players for special teams like we do. If anybody can find me the rank of the Eagles, I believe we got it from the rank of the Eagles special teams the year that we decided to hire Harbaugh, which I don't know how high Biscotti was, Biscotti, whatever the fuck his name is. I don't know how high he was that year that he said, this is going to be the guy. Like that coat must have had that DC coat. He must have had that shit they get off of Capitol Hill.
He was thinking, let's go young and innovative. That's what his thought process was.
What did he innovate? Did he come up with a special kick return coverage? Did he come up with a special kick return route?
I was going to get there.
Hey, you're going to go all the way around the right side.
Bro wasn't innovative.
Perfect ball going back around the left side? No. He said, hey, you return the kick, hey, kick it left or kick it right. Today we're going to run a wedge left because I just feel like it'd be the right play on this kickoff. Like they didn't have no kick returner returning a bunch of touchdowns that year. They didn't have no punter getting it down in the 20, 100 times that year.
I think the funniest thing is that the only thing Johns invented wasn't his. It was he took from his father. That is a saying, who's better than us? Nobody. And he got that from his dad. So
who's got it better than us?
Yeah.
Because everybody's fucking
everybody.
Like everybody's better than us right now. So that's the useless part of that for the offensive side. You have a special teams guy telling people, yeah, this is who I want on my O-line, regardless, point blank period. Here's what I want you to call regardless, point blank period. You hired Monken and you talking about your sister was recommendation for Monken. You didn't know shit about the guy. You just knew that he would do what you want him to do. That's all you cared about. Hey, when I say, hey, this is what you need to do, you understand that's what we're going to do. Yes, sir, I got it. All right, cool. So, a hug. Nah, your boy Ghost needs a hug right now. He lost his goddamn mind.
I'm going to say this. In all the years watching football, I've never seen a fan base cling to a head coach that has proven nothing. He's proven nothing. Like you would think back in 2012 after we won the Super Bowl and he stripped his team down of all its talent, you would think that he went out and had another fantastic 5 years where we won another couple Super Bowls and all of that because they're like, oh, John, we can't let John go. Who are we going to hire if we let John go? I'm like, goodness! We can't replace John. Buddy, the Eagles have constantly been replacing coaches and going back to Super Bowls and winning Super Bowls. And you're telling me we can't do it? Come on, like, at what point are fans gonna turn and say, okay, yeah, the consistency of which we're losing these games is outrageous. It's not like it's different every time. Every loss is similar. We go up big, we play conservative because John says so, we end up losing the game. There's always some type of coaching mistake. There's always some type of mismanagement of time. There's always that same 2-point conversion play. At what point does anybody look, especially with how often we've changed coordinators, offensively and defensively? How do you not look at the team and say, there's one common denominator? John Harbaugh.
So before I finish with the specialty, before I finish with Harbaugh, punting average 42 yards, average field goal percentage 75%, ranking low, extra point percentage high. Of course, there's 100. No kick returns for touchdowns, no punt returns for touchdowns. Net punt average 34.5 fucking yards. That is ass. I could kick goddamn 35 fucking yards for you. Like, seriously. I was watching Justin Tucker boom them probably 45 yards on their in-stadium practice last year. So he literally was exactly middle of the road or trash. Now we want to get to this defense. We kept Orr. We let Weaver go. Tennessee looked fucking great yesterday. We looked like ass for the second year in a row. Oh, yeah. And we spent more money, and we still got the same shitty result. But then you wanted to complain that Hamilton, who intercepted the ball, crashed out and pitched the ball back to Van Noy because he was trying to score them 2 points. If he'd have scored them 2 points, then he would have saved John's ass again. That's insane. But he pointed that as one of the things that we needed to fix. Not all the fuck-ups John had. Just Hamilton wanted to do anything by any means to fucking win because guess what? He knew we needed it. Hell, when he pitched it back, people were like, oh, that was so dangerous. You lucky he intercepted the goddamn ball in the first fucking place because nobody else could pick shit off. He had 2 other picks that were fucking missed. At least he got the shit. He did something with it. You out here acting like a fucking sissy and your ass ain't even on the goddamn field. I ain't even pissed we lost. I just hate bitch assness. But it's cool. Everything gonna be great. We're gonna play Cleveland. And we may lose. But for some reason, God is telling me that John ain't gonna be retarded this week. And I'm not gonna want to smack him for just being dumb.
Or he's gonna get saved because the Browns gonna find a way to Brown. Hopefully the game plan is not putting Myles Garrett over where Falele is.
That literally sounded like a Tyler Perry movie. The Browns are gonna find a way to Brown. Oh yeah, the halftime interview that Reg was redoing. For a second, I thought it was a Trump impersonation. I forgot that he was talking about Harbaugh, but I didn't realize the two sounded so similar until Reg was like, "Yeah, really? Well, you guys had to. Is that? Nah, I don't think I didn't like it, but I don't know, but I just don't like it because I don't like. Nigga, what? You got all these fucking tablets that's on the sideline. You got 1,100 goddamn tablets on the sideline. You telling me somebody couldn't have took one, found the spot where this shit happened, and show it to you? Because when I'm in the stadium, they reviewing some shit, and I'm like this. I'm looking on the fucking jumbotron like every goddamn body else. How the fuck didn't you know? There's a 150-foot fucking screen.
That's your boy.
That ain't my fault. No, I'm my people, boy. I'd look. If that was my child, I'd have beat some retardation into him, and then beat it back out of him. He came out the other side a whole new child. He did used to say every time he would try something that Jim would always beat him. I just wish if we would have had Jim instead of John, we'd have had 2 or 3 championships.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm not sure because we don't. Jim's championships came in college. That doesn't
Jim
always
took the
translate
49ers to the Super Bowl.
to get
And
whooped
they
by
have
John.
I'll
Like,
be nah.
to
come
get
on
whooped
now.
by Ed Reed 12 and 52.
In the strange, mysterious changing of the lights.
Right. So if you think about it, if Jim went that far with Kaepernick, how far could he take Lamar? Like, we ain't talking about just coaches. Like Hendo said,
I can see that. I can see that.
The coaches could get swapped out here and there and everywhere if you have the right amount of talent. It literally has to do with just coaching somebody the right way at the right time. Because John Gruden is not a better coach than Tony Dungy. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. But he just happened to be the right coach to get Tampa Bay where they needed to that one year. And he got Keyshawn Johnson, the actual receiver.
So I guess my thing is, I get he got Colin there, right? That was a very good built team. But again, it was Greg Roman. I think Greg Roman and Lamar went as far as they could go because Lamar is a better quarterback than Colin Kaepernick, which leads me to believe when Lamar got to those same handicap spots that he did with Roman here, he would have got those with Jim Harbaugh here. He would have got to the same point where he was stagnant again because of the system.
By now, yes. But as far as if he would have took over at the same time John did, he's a more proficient coach. He outcoached John when we last played them. But you can't out Lamar. If you switch to QBs, who wins that game?
Well, that's because it's Lamar, though. That's not fair. That's
Exactly.
Not fair.
So if you put Justin Herbert on both fucking teams, who wins, Jim or John?
I'm actually gonna go with John.
Cocaine must be
because
you know what?
It's this
John,
no because at some point, listen. Sometimes there's a meeting between coaches where one or brothers in this case where one just has the other's number. John has at least shown that he can work with different coordinators in the NFL. Jim hasn't. Jim has had one NFL coordinator, Greg Roman. I don't trust Greg Roman to outcoach Todd Monken any day. Any day. So if you're telling me you take Lamar off and you're just letting these is head coach to head coach, you're letting these coordinators do their thing, John Harbaugh is going to win because John Harbaugh has the better coordinator. And that's just that. Now, if you're talking about having a certain level of control over the team, then I'm going to go with Jim. And I think Jim would build the team better, yes. But as far as I can't put my faith in Jim until I see him win a championship in the NFL, and I can't put my faith in Jim until he can show me he can work with a different coordinator other than Greg Roman. You're right now, Jim looks like a one-trick pony in the NFL. I can't be okay with that. That's just, I've never agreed with a lot of people have said, "Oh, we should have went and got Jim instead of John." I could never agree because Jim is a one-trick pony.
I'll tell you this: if John didn't need to save his job so many times, he'd still probably have the same fucking coordinator.
That means you're winning, though. If he doesn't have to save his job, that means he's doing something right.
He had to save his job because if Greg Roman came back one more goddamn time for one more fucking year.
Yeah, but that's my point, though. Jim wouldn't move off that. He wouldn't move off of that. He wouldn't move on from Greg because he didn't. They told him when he was with the 49ers to move off of Greg. He said no. They said, well, we're moving off of you and Greg then. Same thing now. He comes back to NFL with the Chargers. Guess who he hires? Greg Roman. So
yeah, I don't even think John is mid. That's the whole case. I think Jim is mid. I think John's below mid. Because if you gave them the exact same team with the exact same everything, Jim's a better coach. Whether head to head, there's certain things that my brother is better at. But when it's me versus him, just that straight head to head, something is in his fucking head that I'm gonna win, even though he's better at the shit than me. There's times where I'm playing 2K and I'm like, "Hey, bro, handle this for me," because I'm having an issue with it. But if me and him play 1-on-1, I'm gonna fucking win. He's a better 2K player.
Before you go on, I want to bring in a special guest here from Mr. Jordan 11 Green from the Southern Baller Show. Huge Ravens fan, also a YouTube content creator who be putting it down over on his channel. What's good, brother?
What's good, brother, man? Thank you for having me on.
It's good.
You got to appear on video for your dating profile.
Here you go. Listen,
I'm good on that.
That's just you, B.
No, I'm good, man. But I am to the point. I was like you, Big Reg. Like, and I said it when I called in on Coach Sip the Tally show. Like, I wasn't even upset. I ain't had no emotion when we lost because I kind of knew it. You know, because as long as we have John Harbaugh, things like this are going to happen. We can win most of our games, but when it comes to the games that's important, like getting to the playoffs, getting to the playoffs, or even going to the Super Bowl, he's gonna find some way to louse it up. Because it's in his DNA.
No, I listen. I hear you. I agree 100%. John is one of those dudes that is consistently bad at the things that he's bad at, right? He's very consistent with it. He doesn't show growth. A lot of people think he shows growth. I don't see it. Year in, year out, I see the same mistakes. I see a team that starts the year off unprepared. I see a team who doesn't know how to make a comeback. Here we go. B trying to start trouble. So, Chris, just to respond to you, since B trying to start trouble for some reason and being messy as usual. Jared is a long time distant collaborator. He's been a collaborator of the show for a long time. So he comes in every once in a while to join us and give his take on certain topics. So don't mess with don't listen to Messi.
I mean, I was told I was 2 minutes ago. I was the angriest person you've ever seen. Apparently, you know, I mean, I was just lightening up for you.
I know you just talking trash, but I don't like Chris. I don't like when my co-host step out of line with the crazy stuff, try to make people look bad over here. Right? He trying to make people look bad. Listen, he tripping. But I listen, Jared. I agree. My exact reaction, if you want me to be honest, and the missus could tell you this. She was upstairs and she heard me because she was on her way back down to watch the end of the game. I was laughing. I was legit laughing, and she goes, "What happened?" I was like, "Oh, we lost." I was just like I said, and facts. Except
B
on his channel,
squared.
by the way. Except
For
on
you
his channel.
professional people, is B squared.
On his channel, he's gonna be a different person on his channel. I'm telling you, go check out his content. Whole different person.
There's no proof of this.
There is all over YouTube. You've got a whole channel.
I'm a different person whenever you and Jay aren't around.
And that's for his own. Why he does this, I don't know. By the way, you heard what she said.
Okay, I'm just gonna ignore you.
But Mr. Ghost, go ahead and finish your. You was in the middle of your rant. I don't want to get you off. You know what I'm saying?
I was done with the defense being trash. We let Weaver go. We kept Orr, which was a hot dumpster fire of a mess. But we won't admit that. Could have got Vic Fangio years ago, but we don't want to do that because anybody who could take Harbaugh's job, hell, we could have fucking got Bill Belichick. But guess what? Mr. Beta Male can't deal with that.
Bill, I ain't gonna lie to you. I wouldn't have wanted Bill over
Bill is a defensive coordinator.
As a defensive coordinator, yeah. As a defensive coordinator, yeah. But
hell, we could go get Marvin Lewis. He'd be way more effective.
No, I think we need to get rid of all the old guard, man. We need to get some young minds in the coaching room, man. You know what I mean? Now, like Brian Flores, somebody like that.
Right. But that, like I said, that's too big of a fucking name. Brian Flores is going to automatically be a no for Harbaugh because he's an up-and-coming hot name. Honestly, when Tim McDonald hit that season he hit, I said we should fire Harbaugh and hire McDonald before he gets hired somewhere else.
Yeah, Mike McDonald was the way to go.
Yeah, he definitely was.
I feel like he should have been handed the reins right after that season, man. It should have been, hey, John, I'm sorry, but we got to do what we got to do. Because the offense was already built. In Seattle, he's not going to look as good because his offense isn't already built over there.
We should have EDC'd McDonald. We should have EDC'd McDonald. Hey, we're gonna let you cut out your contract, Harbs. But after your contract is up, McDonald's gonna be he's gonna be the coach and just pay McDonald more. There's not a fucking limit. There's no cap on how much you can pay a coach.
Yeah, I know.
Whatsoever.
And you know what's so messed up about this all? We were talking shit about Brandon Stevens. Well, Brandon Stevens was in the secondary last night. And our secondary still got cooked, bro.
Hey, well, hold on. If you watch that Jets game, Brandon Stevens got cooked. All day.
To my point, yeah, he got cooked, but he might as well have been out there. Hell, there's some point when I was watching, I was like, damn, do we still got Brandon Stevens?
Yeah, no, I hear that, man.
We got Stevens and Anthony Avery at the same. We got Stevens and Avery at the same time.
Not Avery. Oh Lord.
Oh Lord. Listen, Avery. I have respect for Avery though, because he actually developed while he was here.
Well, yeah, Anthony Avery know how to turn.
He got good left. He got
good left.
Yeah.
So you're saying if Stevens were out there, he got cooked less than Jair. I'm just saying. I'm asking.
No, it would have been about the same. They look like
Stevens would have at least been in the play. Sorry, go ahead, B.
Yeah.
They look like
he's at least in the play. Yeah.
Jair was close enough to grab some shoestrings and trip a motherfucker up. That was about it.
And it was the one time he shouldn't have tripped anybody up. Other than that man was burnt toast. Half the time you ain't even know Jair was in the play until the replay when they shut.
I'm gonna say a name. You know what Jair Alexander looked like, and y'all remember this corner because he was known for getting burnt back in the 2000s. Y'all remember Fred Thomas?
Oh man,
and the Saints.
Man,
that's what he that's what he reminded me of because Fred Thomas was in the bad corner. But he just always had bad luck being on the Chad Johnsons or the Andre Johnsons or the Joe Jaravicious, and he used to get his ass towed up. He used to get burnt bad.
I'll give you one better.
JT, y'all know who Joe Jaravicious is.
Hey, oh
Yeah,
man, that's crazy. Listen, hold on. I was gonna give you. I got a
That's
name
like
for
saying Jason Sehorn.
you. Nah, I got a name for you.
I'm telling
My
you,
boy
man.
Jair Alexander was out there looking like Shocky Brown.
Oh, not Shocky Brown.
He's out there
I
looking
don't
like
think
Shocky
he
Brown.
deserved that.
Soon as Shocky Brown left, he had what? It was on the roster for 2 years, the Super Bowl year, and then the next year, and then the third year he was on the Bengals and he got cut. That was within his career. That's how bad Shocky Brown was.
Yeah, Shocky Brown was terrible, and that's I'm telling you, that's who he was out there. Jair Alexander looked like Shocky Brown out there. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. Like I knew he was washed. Like I knew that's why the Packers cut him, right? For some reason, most other Ravens fans didn't know that because they wanted the signing. But I knew. I was like, so we just gonna sign another wash player, huh? Like, all right, we'll see. And then they was talking about him in practice, how good he was doing in practice. Next thing you know, he was out of practice for like the next
Hey,
3 weeks.
He wasn't
And
washed. He's just always hurt. Like he had a good PFF rank last year. He's just always goddamn hurt.
yeah.
they said that they was draining fluid out of his knee. They was draining talent out of his body. That's what they was doing.
Damn.
That man
Uh,
couldn't.
He
He couldn't
sat
cover
down.
nothing.
He kept Justin Jefferson from getting 2,000 yards. The 2 games he played Justin Jefferson had like 47 yards, and he manned
And
up
that's
with him
all he
every
had
single
left in
play.
his body. That's all he had left in his body.
Hey,
He said my man like Spawn. Every time he uses his powers, he loses a little bit more life force.
let me ask y'all this: how much was it based on the pass rush not getting there? Because if you look at it, the years. If you look on the
70% of it was that. 70%
yeah,
of it was
because when we had the Frank Walkers and the Fabian Washingtons, Terrell Suggs and them at the time
They made them
made
look
that.
Frank
It
great.
was
Walker look
Preston
good.
TV.
Yeah. So they
Yeah.
was able to, knock some balls down, even get some picks. But even with, better corners, if your pass rush is not getting there, then they're gonna get burnt because there's athletes at this wide receiver position nowadays. You can't cover them all only for a certain time.
Well, not
So
only
we
that,
need a pass rush, man.
yeah, not only that though. Again, that goes on John Harbaugh because
Yeah.
the change in the game plan. In the first half, we were sending pressure. Kyle Hamilton came on blitzes up the middle. Other players were coming on blitzes, and you were making Josh Allen move out the pocket and all of that, and it resulted in us getting stops and having the lead. Why would you stop sending pressure and say let's just go with 4 and drop back in a soft zone? It made no sense. If you want to play zone, fine, zone blitz then. But
I'm
what
gonna make
they
life
did
easier on you
was so conservative.
because even if the corners did their job, and God knows they got toasted on some things, the pass rusher wasn't that good. Even if the pass rusher was exactly on goddamn point, our linebackers are fucking useless. Like they're still getting 7 to 9 on a pass.
Hold on. As a former defensive lineman, I disagree because I remember when me and my brother we played ball, we made. I don't mean to be racist. We had this Hispanic dude that played linebacker. He was trash, but we made him look good because we was getting there. So, like, let's say if we didn't get there, the running back got past us, but we made him redirect because we was in the running lane. His slow ass was eventually able to get there and make the tackle. You feel what I'm saying?
That's good in some situations, but we're talking about the Bills' offensive line versus most
don't matter.
lines. The Bills' offensive
It
line
don't
is
matter if you have a Hote Nata, and I'm talking about like elite defensive linemen.
We ain't getting that no time soon.
Exactly. That's my point. So if big number 98 and them play like we think they supposed to be, then our linebacker, even Trent Simpson, can shine with the athlete that he is. But they're not doing that.
So
Sloquan still ain't enough of an athlete.
So
Yeah.
here's the thing, right? To Jared's point, Roquan got 10 tackles last night because of that defensive line. Because of them having to block Travis Jones and those guys on that defensive line that they had to block, Roquan quietly got 10 tackles. So they made him look like he did something when he really did. So that D-line did help him last night. But with Trenton
4 of them
Simpson,
tackles came off of catches made right in front of him also.
yes, this is true.
That's true.
With Trenton Simpson, he needs to be transitioned into a different position. This is not his spot to play. That's not what he do, right? His best years in
He's
college.
just not aware enough. That's his problem. His awareness is ass.
You need to come off the edge. That's what Big Reg is saying. Because we've been doing Ravens. We've been doing this, and I'm not going because I know where you're going, Big Reg. Because we touched on it on past shows. We did it to Kamala Correa. We did it to Matt Elam. We destroyed those two players' careers playing them out of position. You know what I mean? And Trent Simpson is playing out of position. You need to come out of the edge. Go ahead, Big Reg. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, you're 100% right. He's not playing in his position. He's an edge rusher and a nickel. Get that man. He can cover like it's nobody's business. The dude, he's fast as hell. He knows how to cover. He has tape saying for 3 years that he can cover and he can rush. But then they want to take him and shift him into middle linebacker. And it's just not what he does.
Chris was right. 8 of them tackles last night that Roquan had were assisted.
Again, that's why I said it was the D line making him look good. Because they're allowing him to get there to help on them tackles. That's the point. Ain't that what Jared said? That's what I'm agreeing with.
So he was getting them Ray Lewis joints. Like everybody had already hit the guy, and then he just showed up and put a pinky in there. And, hey,
yes. Well, I like to call it the old way, but yeah. I like to call it the old way. That's what old way do.
That's on the sacks. That's when you still have a sack and cost a man $1 million. But I
digress. Yeah. But I agree. Jared asked, how much of that bad defense was the not getting to the quarterback. You're right. It was a good 70% of it. And that 70%, though, you got to split because it was John Harbaugh's decision to not send pass rush. When you go straight up, you could have at least did a stunt or something. If you're going to send 4, you can stunt. You can do something. Be creative with it.
Slant with the wraparound, something. Pause.
Yes. And oh, man.
I heard that shit. I was like, not today. Nope. Y'all not getting me today.
They couldn't even do that, bro. They couldn't even do that. And it's sad. It's sad. But Jared, going forward, let me ask you this. Do you think this defense can change? Or does the offense just now have to go figure out a way to score even more points?
Hell yeah, we can change because we got. It's not like we don't got talent. The problem is the coaching. Even with the players we complain about, like Jair Alexander looking slow and slow Quan, like people like to call them, and they're still talented, but we have to have the coaching to put them in the position to be successful. And I love my brother Zach Orr. He's not doing it. So that's why Chris M and everybody, and I think 86 Ghosts was saying we need to we should have kept Mike McDonald.
Or kept Weaver.
Okay, yeah, that's my thing. Why the hell we got rid of Weaver? Because Weaver, we drafted Weaver, so he loved the culture. You know what I mean? He was the Baltimore Raven, and he was a defensive lineman. So come on,
I know why we didn't, and hear me out. Hear me out with why we didn't. Okay. You got this box right here, right? Hold on. I can't get my hand in. You got this box right here, right? Get a little thing on the top of it now. And then you got Harbaugh in this motherfucking box. A special teams guy who can't fucking teach special teams. Then you got Orr at the other corner of this motherfucking box. A goddamn linebacker who can't fucking teach linebackers. And it just goes so fucking well together because both of them dumb as a fucking box of rocks.
Well, hold on. In Orr's defense, he's
a
doing
linebacker
good as
whose
a
linebackers fucking suck.
He was doing, but he was doing good when he was a linebackers coach. We were seeing improvement in linebacker play. And then once he shifted to having to take care of the whole defense, that fell off.
What happened? What happened?
What do you mean what happened?
Was putting his linebackers in the exact place that they needed to be the linebackers. And the guy was putting the defensive lineman in the exact place to be defensive linemen. And the guy was putting the corners to be where the corners were supposed to be.
Oh,
What position did Tim McDonald play? What position did he play in his NFL career?
I didn't know he played ball.
I don't think he did. And that's the fucking insanity.
No, you're right.
The guy who didn't play is the one putting people in the right fucking place. And the guy who's a fucking linebacker cannot teach his linebackers, keep your ass 5 yards deep, move lateral.
Hey, Jang, he's going to be the reason I never get monetized. So I'm pretty much over it. We done passed. We done threw that away. We done threw that all the way. But you're right. The guys but this is the same thing that's said about the NBA, right? The best coaches or the best GMs in the NBA are the ones that
never played.
Never played. That's true.
And that seems to be a tell for the NFL as well. The best coaches are the ones that never played. And it's because they sat on the sideline and learned the game from a different aspect.
Well, besides John Madden, he played tight end for like a year, and they told his ass, you have no chance, so he moved on early to coaching.
It was offensive lineman.
That's the same thing though, right?
He was offensive lineman. He tried out for Philadelphia.
I think he was a tackle.
Yeah, he was.
A tackle.
Okay, he was a tackle. They told his ass, you suck. Just we'll help you transition on to coaching, and he did that early in his career, and he became great at that.
And that was Chris brings up the preseason, and that was another thing I had brought up. The Bills got snaps in with their starters in the preseason to build, that camaraderie.
So here's where that goes all to hell. You know where that goes all to hell? We started off nice and hot. And then even at the end of the game, we were doing the same fucking thing we were doing at the beginning of the game as far as defense, sucking somebody's asshole.
Well, pause. Whoa. What is wrong with this dude? Oh, listen. I'm not gonna say
that's literally what they were doing. Just like brown nose in the whole goddamn way.
I can't necessarily say that the team started off hot.
The offense did,
right?
And that's usually who has to catch up.
Hold on.
Has a harder time getting in the sync.
Did they really start off hot, or did Lamar and Derrick?
I got you. Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
I got you.
Because that O-line still was not in sync.
So you're saying as a unit, the offense did not.
Yeah,
it's just all-star players did what they
do. You can't say the offensive line because we knew what was going to be ass from the beginning. We knew the guards were going to be trash. I don't care if they played every single snap in the preseason. We knew they were going to be trash. We knew that was coming.
Line, but the offensive line builds a link together. So even when you have those bad pieces.
Who did we not have last year? Who did we not have last year?
So, hold on, look. So think of it this way, right?
I understand what you're saying.
I go back to the play. Hold on.
Who did we not have here last year?
Hold on. Let me go back to this play. I go back to the play where Ed Oliver cuts under Roger Rosengarten. Rosengarten rides his back. If these guys were linked up and playing in the preseason, if these guys played in the preseason, then Falele would have known, let me throw this shoulder here so Rosengard has time to slide in and pick this up. But he didn't. He didn't.
They played together last year. All last year.
It doesn't matter.
8 cases.
It does not matter.
8 particular cases where even coaches showed on film, you're supposed to stick that arm out to slow him down, and he never did it all last year. His idiocracy has nothing to do with anything because any offensive lineman knows if we're all going left,
clearly
you
not
put
any
our arm out right. anyone with fucking worth of grain. Jared can tell you that.
Yeah, well,
Because you do the same
clearly
thing
not
on a
any. I mean,
defensive
even I
line.
can tell you that.
I played
But
both
clearly
sides
not
of
any because
line once, so
Falele clearly
I
has no
did too.
idea.
Yeah.
he's an idiot. So you can't. You're talking about linking an offensive line with guys that have all been there last year. Even Voorhees was there last year. But the
All
worst
I'm
side of the
gonna say
line
is-
is the right side, which is the two guys who played damn near every single game together.
All I'm gonna say is, it still to me looked like there was room for improvement, not just on the offensive line, but
There's
on the
plenty of room
offense
for
in general.
improvement.
I'm
But you
saying
gotta
on the
admit what
offense
you
in
have.
general. But we also didn't have Isaiah Likely out there either. But it still looked to me like Mark Andrews was. I don't know if this is just something he just does because mentally he wants to get himself in the picture, but it still looks like he tends to end up in the same spot as a lot of the receivers, where their routes end up ending in the same area of the field. And it only happens with Mark Andrews. It doesn't. You never see
Because
Bateman
Mark-
and Zay end up in the same area, but
Because
Mark is always up
they
somebody's
wanted
ass.
to be, they wanted to be like the Chiefs, and they give Mark carte blanche to change his route and find an open zone. The problem with this is he's not like Kelsey, who finds the open area that somebody's not going to be in. He finds the open area inside of the play. But the problem is
That's a
when
good point.
Monken is sending 3 across the top, 7 yards, 5 yards, and 3 yards deep, and he sits right where the 5-yard guy is, he's going to be right with that guy. He's supposed to find somewhere on the other side of the field where those guys just vacated. He sits down in the zone where Lamar's supposed to throw to first. It says, give me the ball. Forget about the receiver running a cross route behind me who's full speed and has a chance to make somebody miss. And Coach pointed that out last year also. He stops in the middle of the window that everybody's going to be at.
You know what that sounds
That's
like
why
to me?
Likely is way more effective.
You know what that sounds like to me?
Coaching.
An unprepared team.
It is coaching. Because Harbaugh has to say,
coaching.
you can't stop anywhere. Stop where the open gap is, not where a wide receiver is supposed to be. Because every time you have 2 guys in the same place, at least with this Monken system, the Greg Roman system, you had 3 guys in the same place. You had the 2 guys that were going to be there, and you had Andrews. In the Monken system, every time you see 2 guys in the same place, Mark Andrews is always one of them because he knows the play and he knows where the open spot's supposed to be, and he gets in the way. This is the reason Chad Johnson didn't work out for the Patriots, because you run certain routes with a certain timing so that when you clear out this way, the other guy comes this way. Or the other guy clears out that way, you come this way. And he couldn't get the timing because he's just full speed at all times. And Mark Andrews is the same fucking problem. Whenever you see Kelsey in an open spot, there's nobody around him for like 4 or 5 yards. Not one of his teammates, hell, not even one of the other team. And that's why he was always so effective. Mark Andrews does what the hell he wants, and it's ineffective. Likely runs the route he's supposed to, and that's why when you see Likely make a catch, he's running for 5 yards before he gets to the guy who's supposed to be setting up a block down the field, because he was in the middle of no man's land where his play said he was supposed to be.
Likely is a pure athlete too, man. I love that dude's ability.
He's an athlete, and he has smarts.
He's the scariest type of athlete. I hate it going against as a dude because he on paper he's slow. He ran a 4.7, but get on the field, he'll run right past your ass.
And he ain't afraid to take your ankles either.
Hey,
Like,
I ran a 4.7 now. Don't do me like that now.
No, that don't mean like I said. To my point, you can run the 4.7, but
unless you put the pads on, you might
game speed.
Game speed, yeah.
Game speed ain't no joke.
Yeah, his game speed gotta be a 4. When he see you across from him, he takes that personally.
Ask Fabian Washington, 4.2. He still holds the record. Well, not anymore because as a cornerback, he still holds the record. As the fastest 40. But he couldn't stay with nobody.
Because and that's another thing, man. As a corner, you got to use speed wisely. You can't just go out there and run. The second you pick up that full speed, and they break in or break out, you go
or come back.
They're gone. There's nothing you can do about it. They're gone. But you got to know how to use your speed, and you got to know how to make it into recovery speed. Fall behind a little bit, watch him run his route, and then cut it off. So you got to know how to use that speed. Because I ran a 4.24 when I played, and I knew how to use my speed back then. So it's all about controlling it. It's all about controlling it, and some of those players just can't. And Fabian was one of those dudes that couldn't control it. He would go run full speed. Soon as he couldn't wait for the receiver to start going, as if he was going to break, because he'd turn around immediately. Like quarterbacks have to work on their hips so they can swivel and turn with the receiver as they go. Fabian was so quick to turn around out of his back pedal so he could start running full speed, and then the receiver would hit an out route, hit a slant, hit a corner, anything, and then he's still running the opposite way. It was bad, and I like Fabian. I was a fan of Fabian too, but it. Just kind of is what it is. That's what it was.
Fabian was a beast in Nebraska. He just when he got in the league, it was barbecue chicken. You know?
Yeah. I don't foresee us making substitutions on the offensive line. Those are John Harbaugh's guys, and that's one thing you'll learn about this team is anybody that's starting on the team is because John Harbaugh wants them there. That's that.
Man.
Whether we like it or not.
And to your point, man, you were speaking earlier before I got on. It amazes me. We have Baltimore Raven fans still saying, "Why y'all blaming John? Are y'all paying attention? Are y'all paying attention? What's going on? Do you have any discernment of what's going on regarding this ball club?"
They don't. They just they look at the field and they think that's all that there is whatever happens on the field. Right? They think whatever the players do, that's the end of the line. I swear to you, some people take it as Lamar goes out there and calls all the plays and makes all the decisions, and then the players decide, like the receivers decide where they want to run, like it's street ball. They literally look at it like a street ball. Yeah, Jay, I do too. I wish Lamar made the decisions too, because we'd have some rings.
If Lamar just ran street ball every play, like we'd be undefeated.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. Now, I'm gonna tell you this. You heard it from me. Once Shedeur Sanders get in his starting role, whenever a lot of offenses, because he was doing that with Colorado when Pat Schumer would call some bullshit he ain't like. Shedeur, I ain't doing that shit. Hey, run the street. I got you.
Yo, you know they have a petition in Cleveland already that fans aren't showing up to games unless Shedeur is playing.
That's tough.
I'll tell you this: if Shedeur takes over this team, you can definitely check off another loss on our list because they're just not going to be able to handle. John Harbaugh has no idea how to. Zoe can't make adjustments. John Harbaugh can't make adjustments, so that leaves us in a position where we now got to go. Oh, we're not facing Joe Flacco,
and y'all be some jinxes to speak that shit into existence. I can see that shit now. I can see that shit now. Joe Flacco get hurt or something, and then Shedeur, come in and carve our ass up. Yeah, I can see that.
Boy, if Shedeur does that, boy, Deion ain't gonna never shut up, bro. Deion is never gonna shut up.
Never. And he's a former Raven for a few years. Don't forget that. He will never
Number 37, yep.
Never shut up about it. And you know what? Neither will I. Because I'm going to turn to those fans that Jared's talking about, that we talked about earlier. What you want to do about John now? Y'all going to tell me
honestly, after he made it to about the fourth round, I said, "Shit, we might as well draft him at least to be a backup and have him on a team or something."
Hell, I wanted him a backup when I thought he was gonna get cut.
I said the same thing. But you know what? Other fans said, "Oh, we don't need that type of spotlight over here. We don't need that type of drama." What drama? The kid's not even creating drama. He's sitting there just trying to earn a spot. I
do have some drama to create. So Jay, let me holler at you, player.
What's that?
When's the last time you streamed on Twitch? Because I mean, you're
right. Been a minute.
Tonight will be a great night.
I gotta go to
It
bed.
actually
I gotta
would.
get up early.
That would be a great night.
Don't worry, it's always tomorrow. You got some work to do. You got some clips to cut up. You know, I ain't in here getting in trouble for free. I need all these hosts to see me in these shorts. I'm talking about Reg.
I said I'm thinking
See,
like other.
see, this is-
I'm about to say
This
I
is
gave
exactly
you
what
other
I'm talking
short.
about. This is exactly what I'm talking about. He sits here and says the whole thing about I'm bothering them and I'm picking on them with the whole dating profile thing. And then the first thing he says is, I need all these hoes to see me. That's exactly my point right there. Right?
What are you looking at? What's
That's
going on?
crazy.
Oh, nah, we ain't that messy. Hold
Oh,
on,
that
hold
messed
on,
up.
hold on,
That's crazy.
hold on.
That's different.
Can you believe that dude like that has the audacity to talking about somebody?
See, this is messy right here. You see him?
Oh, yeah, here we go. All right, so this is officially the point where he's gonna try to make the rest of the stream about him. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna give him the floor.
Your nephew decided he wanted to wake his punk ass up.
I'm gonna give him the floor, and we all gonna back out of here and just let the rest of the stream be. Let's see if he's the same person when we're not on the screen with him. Let's see what happens.
Of course I'm not. That's what y'all here for.
You got it now. You got it now, B. We gonna give you the floor, B.
I said what I needed to say. I need them shorts chopped up. I need Jay on his Twitch stream.
So you could have said that to us off air, bro.
But
said that
guess
to us.
what? I
clicked that
pressure on
end
you
screen button.
now while everybody can see. You know that pressure,
no
that
pressure.
makes them diamonds. That pressure make them
There's what?
diamonds.
Okay,
Them
hold on.
diamonds.
Let's do it this way.
Diamonds that Jettas be wearing.
All right, so let's do it this way. Hey, Chris, if I go chop up this show and I put these shorts on my channel, you gonna watch these same shorts of the live that you just watched? I'm just wondering.
There's only 8 people who watched it. You know, shorts get at least 300 views a piece, and your shorts be going crazy.
Yeah, my shorts get like a couple thousand views. That's not the point, though.
And she said, "Yeah, whole time." She said she supports every small channel, no matter what it is. Holler at your boy, but don't yell. Tell him, Chris.
Kick rocks, B. All right. So what we gonna do is
I couldn't hear the hurt in your voice.
Listen. He said he's making the profile. Okay. He said he's gonna chop up a bunch of clips and put them on YouTube too, because in his words, he need all the hoes to see him. That was his word.
Wow, Chris that sold you out, Jane. Just under the bus.
Ooh,
who messing up? Spicy.
Uh oh. See,
so now I don't know about.
So now we got some questions.
Apparently it goes down in the DM, and I ain't
pointing.
All right, so here's what we're about to do. Then here's what we're about to do. I'm gonna end this stream. Okay, I'm gonna send the link, and we gonna get y'all in the. Hold on, I'm gonna send y'all the link. We gonna get y'all in the chat here. Okay, we gonna leave B and Jagna talk alone.
We in the chat right now
on the StreamYard.
How you gonna create a StreamYard that he control?
Listen, aren't we in a StreamYard that I control right now?
Yeah, but you talking about you gonna get
all right then. All right then.
I don't conversate with people in front of people. You know, I'm a shy young individual. I'm a shy old individual.
He backing out now. He want to be shy. He backing out. He want to be shy now. We'll see. I'm gonna send y'all the link as soon as we go off air. I'll send y'all the link so y'all can have a conversation.
Here come Quiet Storm Rage all of a sudden. He gonna be in the back singing and serenading and shit.
Turn off the lights.
I'm shook.
Oh man.
We gonna make love in this.
You getting called out. You getting called out. I'm just saying. All right. I'm gonna leave it there.
I'm Courage the Cowardly Dog.
All right, Jared, we're gonna start off with you. You want to let the good people know where to find you?
Yes, sir. Y'all crazy, but anyway, um, yeah, I have multiple shows, but my main shows is the Southern Baller Show that comes on every Sunday. Well, try to be every 3:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. With my boy Coach 67 Sports TV. Big Joseph Townsend and my twin brother JB. So come and other brothers like Brent Fox. So yeah, come join us. And then we have for my HBCU fans, we have a show. we have a show that's called the HBCU Fanatics that we pre-record on Thursday, and we go live on Friday. Around it could be in the morning or afternoon, but yeah, y'all come check us out, man. All right, Chris, I
Yeah, go
see
check them out. Yeah, go check them
Alabama
out.
A&M Bulldog in the building. I see you.
Yep, see, they got you covered. They got you covered. Please go check them out. Jared 11 Green. Definitely go check them out. You'll love the content. I love the content. I'm there every chance I get.
Right.
Mr. J.
Appreciate y'all.
Of course, sir. Thank you for
Anytime,
joining
brother.
us. It's been a pleasure, man. As it
Hey,
always
stop.
is.
Stop.
Mr. J. We know what you're gonna say, but go ahead and say it anyway.
Hold on. J6 on everything that I do. I really need to put that on a t-shirt. And Beats right. I haven't been streaming on Twitch. I've just been busy with some life stuff. Definitely gonna get back into a group of doing that. Do have some games to introduce to y'all, but definitely been having fun being here with Rage B. No fellow guests. No, when they do want to share some knowledge. TikTok, Twitter. Still don't know what Blue Sky is. That's not important. But yeah, drop the quick reaction on the Panthers versus Jaguars. Go check that out for me. And yeah, definitely get back into it to have a good flow, so I can still bring y'all skits, the gaming that people enjoy for some reason. But yeah, that's all I got.
Yes, sir. Please support.
Mr. Ghost. You want to let the people know where they can find you, sir?
You can find me at Living Big with Big Reg, HBSports.com. And yeah, that's about it.
So before we get out of here, I want to say thank you to everybody that dropped through, as I always do. I appreciate y'all. It's family out here. Make sure y'all hit that like button. We'll pause what?
Board out, like pause. I don't even know what that entails. I don't want to.
Well, I said it's yeah. I'm not paying attention to the comments, man. Don't be cutting me off with the comments. Man. You can't do that.
I ain't ready for all that. Like,
do me out. Listen. Anyway, like I was saying, thank y'all for coming through.
Get us out of here.
Enjoy the extra show this week. Show us by hitting the like button. Okay, we get them likes and
comments.
I see there's a need for us to do a reaction show, a weekend reaction show every week. Then maybe we can pull that off.
Well, Jay said we should react to videos on YouTube too. So I don't know. That might be the next move.
What do you mean?
We should have a reaction channel to different events and stuff on YouTube.
That might be for another day, another show. But we
forgets his own ideas. Ain't this something?
No, that was actually me. That's why I said that to you.
Oh, okay. It was one of y'all two.
I'm looking like
Jay's like, I ain't saying.
Exactly. I'm pulling a file lately like.
We appreciate y'all, man. We do what we can to put on some good content, make sure everybody has a good time while keeping track of the Ravens and Panthers. Um, Again, thank y'all for coming through. I'm gonna be sending y'all this link so y'all get in here and talk junk to B straight to his face as soon as we get off air. So you're welcome to join in and have a good time. I doubt I'm going
Wow,
to
y'all trying to hide them in the background. They can't be seen by the rest of the people. You see how he do?
She didn't even want the link. But I am
That's because
thinking
you
about
didn't invite her
well,
properly.
hold
You
on.
kind of it was kind of
Let
like
me
well, I don't know,
because I
Jared's
also have to talk
collaborator,
this
so that's
through
why
with
he
my
on here, you
co-host
not.
before we come on air. Why are you see? This is what I'm talking about.
I'm trying to see if you actually get the paddle that was promised earlier. Like
I'm gonna put a resume out. Listen, I need
Oh,
somebody
at
to
one
send me a
point
resume.
she put a picture of a paddle. She was gonna let Rich have it.
Word.
I'm gonna need people to send me resumes. I'm gonna end up needing another co-host because this one out here is getting out of pocket. Or he getting all the way out of pocket. You know what I'm saying?
What's wrong with you?
For no reason.
What's wrong?
But
You good?
but thank y'all again for coming through. Thank everybody that came through, came to watch us rant and do what we do, and show that we also have knowledge of football while having a good time. Y'all have a great evening. Stay blessed. Peace.
Y'all be blessed.